Let's have an elegant femme moment. Let's have a graceful, elegant femme moment. I started Elegant Femme, and I named it Elegant Femme because I wanted to be an elegant femme. There is something beautiful about elegance, about grace that I feel so many women can relate to and respond to. So when we hear something like aging gracefully, we want it, right? Who doesn't want to age gracefully? But what does that even mean? Hello, bonjour. This is Tara Marino. I am the CEO of Elegant Femme, and Elegant Femme supports women in living their beautiful soul-led life in a way that is unapologetically feminine. So if that's you and you want more, subscribe to the channel. We also have our Femme Flow list and our FDA, which is our Femme Design Assessment. So if you want to know more how to empower yourself as a woman, feel into your feminine energy, and live a life that is truly unique to you, you can check those out. So today, I want to talk to you about something that's very near and dear to my heart. A subject that can feel a little controversial, especially among women. Are you ready? Today, we're going to talk about aging gracefully. Yeah. Before this video is complete, I'm going to share with you how to age gracefully in a way that is uniquely and authentically you. So let's talk about this. I have received comments, some saying, Tara, I love how you're aging so gracefully, and other comments saying, Tara, you're beautiful, but I would prefer you age gracefully. What does this even mean? This video is for you if you have ever considered what it means to age gracefully, if you want to age gracefully, if you are turned on by beauty, by elegance. I mean, this is Elegant Femme, right? Let's have a moment. Let's have an Elegant Femme moment. Let's have a graceful, elegant femme moment. I started Elegant Femme, and I named it Elegant Femme because I wanted to be an elegant femme. There is something beautiful about elegance, about grace that I feel so many women can relate to and respond to. So when you hear something like aging gracefully, we want it, right? Who doesn't want to age gracefully? But what does that even mean? I was reading an article. This is so perfect. I was reading an article on Demi Moore, and I was reading an article on Julia Roberts. The comments on what aging gracefully means, some saying, looking at Julia Roberts and saying, she's not aging gracefully at all. She's not aging well because she has done no enhancements, versus people who have, versus, okay, it's a big conversation. So here's what I want us to begin to feel into. Aging gracefully is such a personal thing. And this is what we're going to talk about today, so that you can feel into what does aging gracefully uniquely mean to you. Because this is such a big topic, and because, there's something actually, I want to pause for a minute. There's something that I really want to invite you and all of us as women to step into before we go any further in this video. And that is, are we willing to let go of our own definitions of beauty, of our own definitions of what aging gracefully means, and stop projecting them on other women? So not let go of our own definitions for us, own what they are for us, but let go of what our definitions are and projecting them on other women. We are the ones that do this to each other. And I really encourage and invite the opening, the consideration, the invitation that we stop doing that. That we stop doing that between women. Being able to look at another woman in whatever she is, however she is choosing to age gracefully is up to her. Let's break this down. When we first hear aging gracefully, and when I first hear it, what comes up for you when you hear aging gracefully? So I decided to do a little Q&A on Instagram and ask women, what does aging gracefully mean to them? There are some really powerful responses. But before we go there, I want to ask you, what does aging gracefully really mean to you? Because sometimes I get a comment and the idea of aging gracefully means no botox, no filler, no this, no that. Where's the line what aging gracefully means? A lot of women will say aging gracefully means aging naturally. What does that mean? Does that mean no wrinkle cream? Does that mean no Botox? Does that mean no hair dye? What does it actually mean? And what does aging naturally mean? Okay, so what I'm going to do now, number one, answer for yourself, just quickly, what does aging gracefully mean to you? I'm going to read what other women have shared about aging gracefully, and you can see any of these that resonate with you so that we can take the conversation deeper. So before we're done with this video, you're going to know how you can age gracefully and how you can uniquely and authentically embody aging gracefully. What does aging gracefully mean to you? I love these. Number one, what does aging gracefully mean to you? Naturally. I hear this a lot. What does naturally mean? Oh, it means no this, it means no that. And there's no line to what natural means. So if you're wanting to age gracefully and your response is naturally, you get to define what naturally means to you. It's really, really important that you know what that means, because when we try to put ourselves in this box of, and there's so much pressure for us, I believe, and we interpret it that way, right? It doesn't have to feel pressure, but there can feel like so much pressure for us as women that we want to age gracefully. And we get the projection of that means naturally. What are we supposed to do? What are we not supposed to do? Make sure that when you consider aging gracefully, you're really clear inside around what it means to you, and let what it means to other women be okay. What another woman chooses to do as she chooses to age gracefully doesn't need to affect you, as long as you're in authentic alignment with what it means to you to age gracefully. Here's another one. It means aging in harmony with my soul, being in joy, being curious for life and love. Oh my goodness, do we love this? This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. And it starts to take it deeper, which we're going to do together in just a minute. Another one, looking after yourself well and loving yourself. Yes. What if aging gracefully means looking after yourself and loving yourself? Not being concerned with what another woman does or how she's choosing to age gracefully, but you're concerned with you for you. Another one, allowing my body to change and receiving the lessons it gives and any support I require. This is an interesting one, because typically when we think of aging gracefully and we think of aging gracefully naturally, we're thinking of no botox, no fillers, no this, no that, no plastic surgery. What about hormones? What about hormone replacement therapy? What if that's something that supports you as you're aging gracefully? Is that okay? So again, stopping the projection and really taking a look inside of like, what does it mean to me? And how can I honor this? A few more, and then we're going to break it down into 4 categories. Aging as an ascent rather than a decline. I love this one so much. New layers emerge as we ripen into our full radiance. Do you feel this? Like, those of you that are out here responding in these ways, like, thank you. This is so inspiring. I love this so much. Another one, being the best version of myself at every age and being at peace with the process. Look, there's a difference between choosing to age in a specific way that supports your version and reflection of beauty, perhaps with Botox, perhaps with fillers, perhaps with dyeing your hair, perhaps with whatever, versus chasing youth. And this is a really important thing for us to consider. And I think the projection comes from when a woman does say, I don't like the way that you're doing this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. There's a fear inside of the idea of perpetuating an illusion of chasing youth. Just because you're choosing to reflect your physical beauty in the world in a certain way doesn't mean you're chasing youth. I can choose to have a procedure and choose to have that be an expression of my beauty without chasing youth. One comes from a space of wholeness, of reflection, of power, of expression, and the other one comes from fear. So that's something to consider when you think about what does aging gracefully mean to you. Okay, another one, being well taken care of, taking care of myself on a whole new level. Beautiful, so consider that. Expressing yourself through transformation or not, both valid. For me, it's dressing limitless. How cool are these? We're gonna break down aging gracefully in 4 different categories, okay? So this is the opportunity for you to define what aging gracefully means to you, uniquely and authentically, as an expression of who you are, as you continue to move through time. Again, very different from chasing youth, which we feel inside. Sometimes we feel the pressure of, I'm not beautiful because I'm getting older, therefore I have to chase youth, versus I'm changing, I'm experiencing life in different ways, and these are the ways with which I choose to experience and express my beauty as I age gracefully. So I'm going to invite you to look at these 4 categories: physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So think about this. Physically, aging gracefully means this to me, and write it out, fill it out. As I age gracefully, as I age, aging gracefully physically means blank to me, and it may change. So personally, I've gone through such a journey on this, especially with my hair. Grown out my grays, then I color them again, then I add highlights, then It's not a right or wrong. It's really, what does the expression of beauty mean to me? And I think what's really important to consider when we're talking about aging gracefully is to get away from, do I look old or do I look young? And move into, as I age, what is the expression of beauty that's most reflective to how I feel inside, to what it is I want to express. This way, nothing is off limits. It's not, this is aging gracefully and this isn't, and I have to do this, but I can't do this, because that boxes us in. And we do this to each other, which is ridiculous, right? The freedom and the liberation to age gracefully in any way that supports you. So physically, what does aging gracefully mean physically to you? It might mean I don't do anything. Okay, but does that mean I don't use cream? And again, it's not right or wrong. It's just define it for yourself and let other women define it for themselves. This is the empowering part of aging, right? Aging into our sacred wisdom, aging gracefully in the empowered way of, I feel whole and complete in the expression of who I am physically, mentally. What does aging gracefully look like, feel like, mean to you from a mental perspective? Like, how many times have we seen like our grandmothers doing Sudoku, right? Or I've never even done that, but I remember Dave's grandma doing that a lot. Reading. My grandma used to read and she used to write, and the knitting, like mental capacity. What does it mean to you to age gracefully from a mental capacity? So physically, mentally, emotionally. What does it mean to you to age gracefully from an emotional perspective? Maybe you're finding that something like hormone replacement therapy is something that you're considering, or something that you'd like to explore. Maybe you feel that that would support your mental capacity. Again, nothing is off limits. Mental capacity and aging gracefully. How do you talk to yourself as you age? What is the internal dialogue that you're honoring inside as you choose to age gracefully? What is the way with which you see the world from a mental capacity? These are opportunities to deepen the conversation around aging gracefully. And number 4, spiritually. As we're aging gracefully, as our time here inside of this physical embodiment is shifting, as we're moving closer towards, which we are every day, every single day, every single second, we are moving closer to the end of our physical capacity, right? Inside of this world, our physical embodiment. So from a spiritual perspective, what does aging gracefully mean to you? Do you realize and recognize that you're not a body, and yet you're choosing to experience and express your communication of love through your body, and that there are no limits to how you can do that? There's no right or no wrong. What are the spiritual conversations you're having inside around aging gracefully and what that means to you? I love this conversation so much. I love it so, so much. I feel like it's so important for us, especially as women, as we're saying yes to the next level of our lives, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. What does aging gracefully mean to you? Such an important conversation to have. Leave your comments below. Let me know what this has brought up inside of you. And as you choose, as a woman, to age gracefully, honor what it is that turns you on and let everything else go. Gift other women, gift yourself and other women the permission to age gracefully and whatever definition is uniquely and authentically us. I'm sending you so much love. It's time to let ourselves age gracefully.